Brandon?
What's the greatest Marvel Christmas issue that never happened?
The greatest Marvel Christmas issue that never happened? Well, the greatest one that ever happened was Jeff Parker's Yes, Virginia, There is a Santron, where a girl who believed in Santa Claus so much when she was a kid finds a discarded Ultron body and rebuilds it into a Santa Claus robot designed to deliver presents all over the world, which has the line, Merry Christmas to all, but first the Avengers must die. That's the best one that ever happened. The best one that never happened, Rusty should be here for this. I do every other Wednesday, me and an artist that I work with named Rusty Shackles, that me and Chad, my co-writer, work with. We do a series called Great Comics That Never Happened, where one of us or both of us comes up with an idea.
What sort of ideas, Chris?
For instance, our first one was the JLA meets the Wu-Tang Clan. Because I thought it would be great if they came out of the crystal ball like the JSA. I think that
floating in smoke, it's like perfect. You know? like, yeah, we're here.
I think DC Comics would have been so much better if instead of bringing back the multiverse, instead of bringing back Earth 2, they brought back 36th Chamber. I think that would have been awesome. We also did Alien vs. Predator vs. Ted Nugent, which was a suggestion.
Well, Ted Nugent apparently ended up seeing that and really liked it, which is cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get shot with a crossbow. Christmas comic that never happened. There has, shockingly, I don't think that there has ever been a really good Luke Cage Christmas story. I think
it would have been sweet.
Yeah, I think there might have been a story called Sweet Christmas with Luke Cage in it, but it was probably not very good. I think that would be really good. Well, no, I guess Dr. Doom's The Grinch has already been done, because John Byrne did that in what the two comics I actually collect, like I go out of my way to collect, are Christmas comics and Abraham Lincoln appearances. So,
what about Luke Cage takes some neighborhood kids, village kids,
to a magical land
to play baseball with the X-Men?
Usually the X-Men play baseball as a prelude to disaster. I would like to maybe see Thor pull Santa's sleigh. Thor have to team up with Santa. There is a Thor Christmas story where Odin is Santa, where he rides off on his sled, I guess. But that's what I would do. I would do a good Luke Cage Thor team up Christmas story. Call me. Anyone else? Or you can ask Laura or Caleb a question if you have a question about like.
We're not as funny as Chris is.
No, they are.
You in the back.
I have a question. I have two questions. One is for Caleb, and then one is for the whole, all of you. Caleb, why is your hair like that?
I really liked Screamo when I was 15, and it never went away. And now hipsters have this haircut. So thank you, Screamo bands and Justin Bieber, for maintaining this look for a good 10 years for me.
Are all the kids out of the room now?
Yeah, let's crank.
They left when I said there should be a black spider.
Okay, so and this is for all of you guys. What was the first comic that you masturbated to? And don't say that you didn't do it, because we know you guys. And we'll tell you what ours was when you tell us what yours was.
This would be a question that I would not answer. This would be one of the ones that I would just delete if it was forwarded to me.
This is why we have a screening process.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, after hearing what Ming said you said about us last night, we have to assume it was one of us.
No.
No, yes, I want to know all of yours.
Caleb, how you start off? Nobody really wants to hear this, right?
Yes, they do.
Sonic the Hedgehog #6. It was the issue Princess Sally went from being a blonde to a brunette, and I was like,
that's what they get for making her walk around in just boots.
Well, she got a vest later too. It's kind of like, you know, you watch the documentaries of like cultures that don't wear clothes. It's like no big deal. Everybody's just walking around. Princess Sally, she got boots and a vest, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, like, her figure has come alive, man.
There was in like Sonic the Hedgehog, like one of the early issues, like one of the first 10, which was published by Archie, and is still going on.
It's going strong.
It recently had like its 150th issue.
No, it was its 200th issue.
Was it 200?
Yeah, I mean,
and they also have like 2 spin-offs.
Yeah.
There's Sonic X too. Archie.
They're doing
They know how to keep them around. But there was like, even when I was a kid, because I picked it up at a grocery store, I mean, obviously, 150 months ago. Even when I was a kid, like I picked one up at the grocery store, and I was like, there was this thing where it's like, tell your friends to read Sonic the Hedgehog. Here's why they should read it. And they had like this page, this like short little comic of reasons to read Sonic the Hedgehog. And one of them was, and I'm quoting this as close as I can remember. It was a picture of Princess Sally, and it said, "It's got a dynamic female lead in a fetching 2-piece outfit." And her war balloon is boots. And I was like, nice job, Archie. Way to creep that up for me. Laura?
I admitted this on Facebook recently. I guess I can do this here. There's a Captain N comic, right?
Captain of the Game Master?
That was like one of the first books.
Right,
Talking about Kevin Masters, who went into the world of games?
If we're talking about like the moments of awakening, I actually had a really big crush on Kid Icarus. Captain N. I was a kid too. It wasn't wrong then. I mean, it kind of was. I'm done. Just next.
They got a run in cartoons.
I don't really want to say.
Too late.
We both just said it.
That's why you make a joke answer like we both. Yeah, oh yeah.
I will say the guy who drew it is here. Not in this room, but in this convention.
J. Scott Campbell.
Yes. No, Editor Caleb was like 20. So I masturbated to comics way before that. It was.
J13.
Which one's the one where they go to the pirate island? And Fairchild loses all her clothes and hangs out with Bruce Campbell. There's a guy in that comic that's clearly based on Bruce Campbell.
It's the one where she loses the bottom and
She loses her pants. Because that's what happened to Fairchild. That was her superpower. And then first of all, it's an island with only pirates and sexy Amazons, which is, I think, the perfect comic for J. Scott Campbell to have drawn in 1993, and probably now. Yeah. Sorry, I got lost in thought. She loses her. She's wearing like a safari outfit, like a khaki safari outfit. And she loses her pants because she gets shipwrecked. And then she ends up making a sexy bikini out of her top. That was an important moment in the formation of Chris Sims.
Fairchild was always losing her clothes.
Yeah, that was her deal.
Her power was to get really big, but she didn't have like unstable molecules or anything.
She didn't get like she was always that big. She was always like she basically was permanently She-Hulk.
She seemed to be constantly busting out of her.
Yeah, well, because she would her power was that she was super strong and invulnerable, but her clothes weren't. And when Adam Warren came on the book, he did a story that had all of their funerals. Like that's how he opened his run on the book. Was that he had the funerals for all the characters. He did like this really awesome behind the music type issue. Which, if you have not read Adam Warren's run on Gen 13, it is great. The art's weird because it's got Adam Warren does like the first couple issues, and then Ed Benes does a lot of it, and then Carrie Andrews. So it's really weird. But he had her dying of exposure. She froze to death during a fight because her outfit kept being ripped up.
It's kind of brilliant.
It is kind of brilliant. Either that or the Peter David Russ Heath adaptation of The Rocketeer. Because I put that up on the website before because there's a 9-panel grid of Russ Heath drawing Jennifer Connelly putting on her stockings. And that again was very important to me as a young man.
Thank you for that question.
Thanks, Chris Haley,
Thanks a lot.
for classing it up.